In this training video, we're going to go through changes that we have made to the Word add-in to help assist you in automating your documents easier. You will see a new look and feel to it. Right off the bat, you'll see AI assisted. So we've added some features. I'm not going to go over the AI assisted features in this video. I'm going to do a second video that shows how to do that. This video will focus on how we made improvements to the existing Word add-in and what you're used to. And then the second video will show how AI assisted can help you. You'll also see insert if statement here, show you the new ways to be able to insert if statements and things that we can do there. Matched is the ability to see which if statements are associated with else or and ifs. You can also see we've got this filter tab, so you can see variables, templates, formulas, and global. You can uncheck those, but we've set those to be there right off. I have gone through and created a normal template, and I'm just going to walk through the new way to do this. Right here, we've got engagement. I'm just going to highlight this. I'm going to do a search up here. I see that I've got an engagement object, so I can, if I click back, I can put tab, and I see that under engagement, I've got attorney and notary. I do not have an engagement date. I'm just going to go ahead and add it. You'll see now it's created a new variable as opposed to always having to go up here and create a new variable up here. It will actually create it on the fly for you. So I can click create. And I can just double click engagement. When I double click on it, it'll give you some formatting options. So you'll see some different options here, and then I can click insert. So you can go through and do that. So the same thing, we'll just take law firm name. I'm not going to do all of these, but just to give you a feel for how it works. I do not have that currently as a variable in the system, so it's just going to go ahead and create it as a text variable. You can also create list variables, and then I can just double click on it. If I would needed formatting, I can do that, but in this case, I'm going to do no formatting and insert it. Now, client full name. Now I do have this one, so I can start typing client, and you'll see if I click tab, it will give me that, and I can type full name. Other things I can do here is full down here, and I could click on client full name down here, and it would pop up, and I can insert it that way. So there's kind of two ways. We have what's called in kind of IntelliSense, so we can pick up on what it is, or it will also do a search for you. I am just going to go with the client full name, and I'm just clicking tab to move it over, and I'm just going to insert it. Okay. Now I'm going to do an if statement here. In this case, I'm just going to select this text. I've got it as joint representation. In this, I'll probably do it as just married. Instead, I'll go through and highlight the text. Insert if. I can just type married. So in this case, I've got marital status, or I've got a formula that's married. I'm going to use marital status. Then you've got some different options. It means it's answered or not, equals, and then you've got a married couple. And you'll see down here, it will give you a syntax preview, married couple, and if, so that you can kind of see what it is. Other things you can do here, you can now add additional, you can do, this is an and statement. You can also do or statements. Marital status is married couple, and let's just say marital status. You wouldn't do this normally, but just so you can see unmarried couple planning together, you can see it will actually go through and create this for you. This would never be the case. I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. I could do an or group just to show marital status equals unmarried. So this might make a little bit more sense in it, but you can see it's going to give you the formatting. If I click insert, it's going to go ahead and put that in. If I had done this over paragraph, so it would actually put this as a second paragraph. So then I can do that, and then I'll just highlight this one, and I do this as spouse, full name, and insert. So now I've got my joint representation there. I can keep going down and doing it, and I've got possible documents that it may include. So you can see how a list will work now. So instead here, I'm just going to, like you're used to using lists here. So I'm going to say included documents. It is going to be a selection. And in this case, I want it to be a list. So multiple items in that list. I'm going to go ahead and create it. Now it's popping up because it gives me some information here. I can do question help. I could add it included. I can do the same as what you've been able to do. And the options listed below. In this case, I'm going to go from a table. And since I don't have the table here yet, I'm just going to go ahead and go open to my workspace. I'm just going to create a new table, documents, and from Excel, I'm going to copy it, paste it in, so you can paste right there. Also click save. It's not going to show up just yet because there's a refresh, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And I got my included documents, so I can now go through and edit the variable. And there's my document, so I can now select that. You can still refresh all, just like we've been doing. Formatting all of these buttons are still available to you. So now I want to insert this list. I'm just going to go ahead and include documents with punctuation. And in this case, I just want to, you'll see, I don't want punctuation with this. So I will say without punctuation. You can see if I've got with punctuation, we've got some different options that we can put in there for you. Without punctuation or bullets, because that's to insert that. And now it put that information in there for me. Now, whatever documents I select in that list are going to come in. Now, in this case, I want to have the colon, like you can see, on everything but the last one. On the last one, I want the and. So what I'm going to do is come here. I'm going to do it. Insert if statement. Include a document. You'll now see length equals. You could do a custom number. You could do 0. These are comp. In this case, I want it to be index. So what this does is, if it's the last one, so if the length, so if say I select 3 items in here, the length will be a number 3, and index, the number will be how many I'm iterated through. And so in this case, it'd be the last one will be 3. So that's exactly what I want. And then I'm going to include an else. I'm going to insert it. So now, if length equals index, I want to say and. If it doesn't equal index, so if it's something short of that, then I want to say that. So now it will put my and around it, and then I can just delete these. And based on what I enter, it'll put it in. And let's just grab this real quick so I can get, let's get my bullet in there this way. So then I got the same bullet, so it will include that. And I can remove this and click save. And it's saved. Now, another new feature is if I were to put, let's just say name 2 here, because that's not going to work. I click save. it's going to say, it's going to give me an error message. But another new feature is now you can click go to field 8 and it'll take you right there. So you don't have to go up, you can still go to the field, but it's kind of incorporated. Most error messages have this. There still are the occasional few that don't, and we continue to improve there. So I'm just going to keep going. Let's say a flat fee amount. I'm not going to do all of these, but flat. So if I did engagement, because I know I want it in there, at fee amount, and it's guesses text, but I'm going to change this to a number. And I'm just going to remove that. I'm going to create it. And I can come down here. So last created, I can, so I'll just type flat engagement flat fee amount number and format with comma. Put that in. If I wanted deposit required, again, I could go through and do this. If I would need to create the variable before I come in here. So I am going to do deposit. Well, I want it to be engagement. Deposit required. And I'm going to do this true false. Create it. Now I click insert. And you can see it found in deposit required. If it's checked, it's going to put it in. So I'm going to go ahead and insert it. And the reason why I'm hitting enter is so that if I don't answer this, it will bring it in. It won't put in extra. Another way to have that is if I had when I did the insert, if I just go through and have it look like this, then it would actually put the if and end if in the appropriate spot. And then I can say deposit due. I'm just going to save it so I can get rid of that error. Okay. And then I can go through, do deposit amount, deposit due, on down the list, saving, costs include. But that just gives you an idea of how things work. To show you this matched, I want to see where this is at, so I can click on start. It'll show me where it starts and where it ends, and I can highlight it so I can see exactly what it is, and then I can highlight that clear. Making it so that it's easier to do it. You can see it's kind of picking up on this, even though it doesn't really exist, just because I can see an if statement, and that's kind of the AI portion kicking in there. We're excited about this new word add-in and what it's going to help you to do. We'll have another video that goes through how to use AI assisted and basically go through and automate the same document with the AI assist. Thanks.